Ms Legalista here, aka Attorney Shelia. We are going to be talking about 81-year-old Glenda who got caught up in a romance scam, a love scam, whatever you want to call it, and ended up pleading guilty to 2 federal felonies.
Yeah.
How does this happen? How does this happen? We're going to hear directly from Glenda, an 81-year-old woman who went down this path of becoming a money mule. What is a money mule? We're going to look at that too. We're actually going to head over to the FBI's website where we can hear her tell her story firsthand about what happened.
My name is Glenda and I'm 81 years old. In 2014, I met the love of my life online, and he told me that he was a U.S. citizen and was working in Nigeria.
All right, let's stop there. He told her he was a US citizen working in Nigeria. Now, let's think about that for a second. Why is he in Nigeria? Is he working there? Does he have a business there? And if so, why can't he get back to the United States? Does he not have family? Where is his family? What's going on? There are so many questions that I have about this just from hearing her first 2 sentences. But here's the other thing, think about this. 81 years old, a lot of times you aren't working anymore. You may not be getting out as much. You may not be as involved in the community as you used to be. You're sort of winding down, maybe enjoying retirement. For some people, though, it can be a very lonely stage of life. Some of your friends and family members, some of your friends may have already passed. And so you don't have that social support and network that you used to have. You're looking for that and you find it online. It sounds like this is what happened to Glenda.
Asked me for money to help with his business and help leave Nigeria. Then my love had people send me electronics like cell phones so I could pawn them and send him the money. When I couldn't get the money that he wanted, he asked me to open personal and business bank accounts.
It almost sounds like it started to get, I don't want to call it abusive because I don't know everything about the arrangement and the relationship that they had. But she said, when I couldn't get the money that he needed, then he started having people send me phones and things and open bank accounts for him. Why would he need her to do that? She said something about him having a business. It just doesn't sound like she was asking enough questions, and maybe she didn't want to. Maybe she didn't want to know what was going on and she was willing to turn a blind eye because of whatever reason. I think part of it may have had to do with just again having this connection, a strong connection to another person because you don't maybe have as many connections as you used to have before. And then feeling needed and desired by someone who's never met you and yet they're willing to be your friend and to love you. It makes you wonder what this person was saying to her that made her fall victim for this.
Since 2015, bank employees, local police officers, and federal agents told me that my love was a scam and that I needed to stop or I could go to jail. I didn't listen to anyone else but my love, the love I've never seen nor spoken to. Now I don't have a choice of whom I'll listen to.
So she was willing to be a money mule, take this illegally acquired money and handle it for this other party. That's what she was willing to do. There at the end, you saw that it's saying after 5 years, because this didn't start overnight. She continued to do this. Now, this whole idea of, again, going back to the cell phone piece, in her mind, she has to know that this starts to look like stolen property. You're receiving stolen property, you're maybe pawning it and selling it and then depositing the money. She has to know that she's doing something wrong at some point in time. But really and truly, part of the scam is that they suck you in, make you believe that they love you, and get your trust. That is part of the scam. And it makes you more susceptible to falling for taking these other actions that are illegal and putting yourself at risk. I really, truly hate this for her.
On November the 2nd, 2021, I pled guilty to 2 federal felonies. I'll be listening to the judge now.
So 5 years, 5 years this started and took place. At many moments during that period of time, she could have walked away. She could have possibly reached out to an attorney, to friends. It sounds like she didn't want to listen though, because she said this, that she was told to stop doing this or she could go to jail. And yet she chose to continue doing this. Now, for those of you who are, feeling some kind of way about this, that she made a decision to keep going, you're correct. She did. She made that choice. And part of the reason that she's doing this video is to educate and inform other people so that they don't fall victim to this too, because she understands that while she did make that choice, part of it was the scam, getting her to have feelings for this other person, to maybe fall in love with this other person, to build a trusting relationship to this other person, while everything she was doing at that point in time was real and legitimate and truthful. What this person was doing on the other side was not. It was all a scam. So she was pulled into a scam. I hope that the court had some leniency on her, given that it was a scam, but it's also very likely that the court said to her, you were told to stop doing this and you did not. So I don't know what the consequences were for her. I did not look it up to see, but like she said, she ended up pleading guilty to 2 federal felonies. I don't know what the sentence was, but the idea here is to let you know not to fall victim to this kind of stuff. Vet these people that you meet online, just like you would if you would in person. We get online, we start looking people up. We're sitting even at work events. I see people, somebody comes up and they announce who they are. People get on their phones and start Googling them. They head to their LinkedIn page to see what they do professionally. And then, are they on social media? What else is out there about them? Do your research, do your homework, check people out in personal relationships and in professional relationships, because you just never know. I had someone reach out to me a while back and wanted to see if I was interested in working with someone. The thing about it, though, was that I had already heard about this person and knew this person's I I'll just say this person's schemes. I wanted nothing to do with this person. The person may have totally changed their life around. I don't know, but I was just sort of like, nah, I think I'll pass on that. So check people out, both personal and professional relationships, because just because you're on the up and up does not mean that everybody else is on the up and up too. All right. Go ahead and give the video a thumbs up if you've got some good information out of this video, and don't forget to subscribe. Peace.